We're back. What is up, guys? My name is Nash, and today I want to be talking about one of the most important topics I think is affecting a lot of college students. And, it might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but I'm going to give you a different perspective as to how you should look at this. So essentially, when we are in college, most college students, they have to get a part-time job, whether it's to pay for part of their tuition or maybe to afford a lifestyle of whatever lifestyle you want to live in college, or you want to, for parties, you want to buy alcohol. You're not going to ask your parents for money to buy alcohol. I don't know. You might be able to, but I wasn't able to. So you have to work for that money. Part-time jobs, right? They're jobs that target college students, like fast food places, retail jobs. They usually target college students that are willing to work part-time, right? And most of the time when you work in these jobs, of course, you're not working full-time because you still have school. Full-time will be 40 hours a week. So the most they'll probably let you work is 39 hours, right? Because as soon as you cross to full-time, they have to give you benefits, certain benefits, right, for being full-time. So they try to minimize their cost in terms of paying for benefits and things like that by not letting you work full-time, right? So let's say you're getting paid, like $19 an hour, $20 an hour, which is about $40,000 a year, right? Assuming that you're working 39 hours. So let's put it at 39, 40,000. You can check my math. I'm not the greatest, but let's assume 40,000 a year, right? It's like around $20. So when you're making that much in college, that is a lot of money, right? That is a lot of excess money that you might be spending on things you don't need to spend, or maybe you're saving it. And let's assume that you are working towards your finance degree, and you graduate with your finance degree, you have a decent resume. And what usually happens is a lot of these people that are making $40,000 a year on their part-time job, they're not going to feel motivated to apply to an entry-level finance position that's going to pay them, let's say, $37,000 starting, right? They want to make more money. So that's where you have to be able to differentiate a job and a career, right? So I feel like a lot of college students like jobs. They don't like a career. They don't like until it's later on in life they realize, I need a career. I don't need to just have a job. And when you think about, the way they compare this is going to be based on the salary. How much are you getting paid? How much is going to be in my pocket, right? So this is all before tax, right? To make things easier. But when you really think about it, if you're working part-time, sometimes in most cases, the company doesn't provide benefits for you. You have to outsource those benefits, right? Let's say you want vision benefits, right? Let's say you're working at McDonald's or whatever company that is part-time. If you want to get vision benefits, you might have to pay the whole thing yourself because the company you're not a full-time employee, right? You might have to pay the whole amount. Let's say it's $20 a month for vision. Don't even get me into medical benefits. That is a lot of money. But now if you're working for a company, you're full-time career, corporate, financial analyst, entry level, you're getting paid $37,000 a year. Now, when it comes to the benefits, there's what's called a cost share, where the company pays a certain percentage. Right? A company might pay, let's say, they pay 80% of that $20 and you're responsible for $20, right? So that's usually how it works with benefits. That's why health insurance is expensive, but if you're working for a corporate company, it's a lot cheaper, right? Than compared to someone who's paying the whole thing by themselves. So those are kind of like the factors that go into those things, right? So if you're going to use your $40,000 a year to pay for all of those benefits, right? Because you need insurance, you need health insurance. If you're going to use your $40,000, you're going to see that you might be making less than someone who is making $37,000 a year and they don't have to pay as much as you for insurance, right? So that's just one thing. It is also important to realize that jobs are for cash, right? You're in college and you need money to purchase books, access codes, alcohol, things like that. You need cash, right? So you get a job. A job is you trade your work for cash. That's it. Part-time, right? Now, a career is when you're out of college, you have time to invest 40 hours a week, 40 plus, if you want to climb the corporate ladder. So a career is not just about the money you're getting paid, right? It's about the benefits you're getting. It's about if you like it. It's about doing something that you actually love. It's about, the connections you make and things like that. All right. So another way to look at this in the sense of a bigger picture is going to be, look at this, 10 years from now, right? Let's say you have a job that's paying you $40,000. You have an entry level position that's paying you $37,000 a year, right? And now, if you really look at this, let's say you work at a company part-time, and you really have to think about how high can you climb the ladder, right? When you are getting started, let's say get a job for the first time, you're not going to have the most impressive position. They're not going to make you a supervisor. They're not going to make you a manager, right? You have to start from the bottom, washing dishes and things like that, right? Now, when you really think about how far can you climb within that path, right? Maybe the highest might be the store manager or the regional manager for the stores, right? Which adds up to a lot of money. But when you compare this to a career where you're working as a financial analyst or whatever job you want to do, but in a corporate environment where you can climb the corporate ladder, right? And, every year you have a review, and if your performance is great, you get a raise in most cases, right? You're getting a raise. You know that the raise is guaranteed as long as you do the job. And you know that you can climb the corporate, you can even be the CEO, the CFO, vice president of this, of that. You can climb as high as the highest level in corporate. But if you're working a job, the ceiling is going to be, right before you get into corporate. Unless you switch to corporate, now you have a career, right? So I feel like a lot of college students that graduate and they have these great part-time jobs, there's nothing wrong with those, but you have to think about the bigger picture, right? Whenever you have a career, you have paid time off. You can take all this time off and you're going to get paid for it even though you're not working. Now think about a part-time job where it's hourly. You miss an hour, your paycheck is not going to be the same as, if you had worked, the full amount of hours, right? Your paycheck depends on the hours that you work. That's why you really need to look at these things in the bigger picture, right? It is better to have a career than have a job, in the long run. But a job is great at a certain level in life, right? If you're in college, you're trying to make money to afford certain things. That's great. But then after college, get a career. And if you're not able to get it right after college, work a job while looking for a career, because a job is not going to be as beneficial as a career in the long term. So that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. If you're currently working a job, career, things like that, let me know in the comment section below. And also feel free to DM me on Instagram at GoatNash. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.